Did you know that pancreatic cancer is one of the deadliest cancers because it hides in plain sight? Yes, it's a silent killer, and by the time most people catch it, it's already in advanced stages. But here's the thing, your body does try to warn you. The problem is, the signs are so subtle, so sneaky, that they're easy to dismiss. In this video, we're uncovering 10 shocking signs of pancreatic cancer that most people overlook. These aren't just the usual symptoms you expect. Some of these might leave you questioning every little thing your body's been telling you lately. Feeling a little bloated? Could it mean more than just last night's dinner? That nagging backache, is it from sitting too long or something far more sinister? And here's the kicker, pancreatic cancer doesn't play by the rules. It's unpredictable, relentless, and it often masks itself as something entirely innocent. That's why catching these signs early could literally save your life or the life of someone you love. We'll break it all down for you in a way that's easy to understand, no medical degree required. Plus, we'll share some tips on what to do if you notice these signs. You won't want to miss a single second, because every detail could make a difference. So buckle up, hit that like button, and stick around to the end because knowledge is power. And this video might just be the most important one you watch today. Number 1. Unexplained weight loss. Pancreatic cancer causes unexplained weight loss through a combination of metabolic disruptions, tumor-induced inflammation, and malabsorption. Here's the science. Pancreatic tumors often interfere with the production of digestive enzymes, making it harder for the body to break down and absorb nutrients. This means even if you're eating normally, your body isn't getting the energy it needs, leading to weight loss. Additionally, pancreatic cancer releases inflammatory molecules called cytokines, which can alter metabolism and promote muscle breakdown, a process called cachexia. This metabolic chaos essentially puts your body in a self-cannibalizing mode, breaking down fat and muscle for energy, even when you're not trying to lose weight. Now, how much weight loss is alarming? According to a 2020 study published in The Lancet Oncology, researchers found that unintentional weight loss of more than 5% of body weight over 6 to 12 months could be an early warning sign of pancreatic cancer, especially when paired with other symptoms. This study, conducted by a team from King's College London, followed 2,500 patients with suspected cancer. They analyzed weight trends and correlated them with diagnosis. The results: a staggering 80% of pancreatic cancer patients reported significant weight loss prior to diagnosis, with most losing around 7 to 10% of their body weight. So if your genes are getting loose and you haven't been hitting the gym or changing your diet, it's worth paying attention, especially if the scale keeps dropping. While unexpected weight loss can be linked to many conditions, this study underscores the importance of not brushing it off as a nice bonus. Your body might be trying to tell you something serious. Number 2. Persistent abdominal pain. Persistent abdominal pain in pancreatic cancer is a telltale sign with a fascinating yet concerning mechanism. Here's the scoop. As a tumor grows in the pancreas, it can press against nearby organs, like the stomach or intestines, causing a dull ache that often radiates to the back. But wait, there's more. The pancreas sits near a dense network of nerves known as the celiac plexus, which is like the body's superhighway for pain signals. When a tumor invades or irritates these nerves, it triggers persistent pain that's hard to ignore. On top of that, the obstruction of pancreatic ducts due to the tumor leads to inflammation and increased internal pressure, making the pain even worse. According to a 2021 study published in the Journal of Clinical Oncology, researchers from Johns Hopkins University investigated the prevalence and patterns of abdominal pain in 500 pancreatic cancer patients. They used imaging, patient questionnaires, and nerve conduction studies to evaluate the pain's source and severity. The results were eye-opening. 60% of patients experienced persistent abdominal pain as their initial symptom, and 30% reported it as the most severe symptom throughout their disease. What's even more striking is that among patients with advanced cancer, 75% had nerve involvement contributing to the pain. This study underscores how crucial it is to pay attention to abdominal discomfort, especially if it's persistent or radiates to the back. While we're not here to make anyone overly paranoid about every stomachache, it's essential to know your body's warning signs and take action if something feels off. Early detection could be a game changer. Number 3. Jaundice. Pancreatic cancer causes jaundice through a fascinating and admittedly alarming domino effect involving the bile ducts. Anatomically, the pancreas is nestled near the common bile duct, which carries bile from the liver to the intestines to help digest fats. When a tumor grows in the pancreas, especially in the head of the organ, it can physically block the bile duct, preventing bile from flowing properly. This leads to a buildup of bilirubin, a yellow pigment in bile, which then spills into the bloodstream and causes the yellowing of the skin and eyes that we call jaundice. But how much bilirubin is too much? Anything over 2.5 milligrams per deciliter of blood is concerning. A 2017 study published in the Lancet Gastroenterology and Hepatology sheds light on just how common jaundice is as an early sign of pancreatic cancer. Researchers analyzed 1,200 patients with pancreatic tumors across multiple hospitals in the UK. They found that 60% of patients with tumors in the head of the pancreas experienced jaundice as their first symptom. To identify this, they tracked patients over 6 months and observed that those with elevated bilirubin levels above 3 milligrams flash del had a significantly higher likelihood, around 75%, of having obstructive tumors. The researchers also pinpointed that when jaundice appears alongside other symptoms like weight loss or abdominal pain, the odds of a cancer diagnosis shoot up to 85%. What's the takeaway? Jaundice isn't just a random quirk, it's your body waving a big red flag. If you notice unexplained yellowing or itchy skin, another sneaky side effect of bilirubin buildup, it's time to see a doctor as soon as possible. Better safe than sorry, right? Number 4. Nausea and vomiting. Pancreatic cancer can lead to nausea and vomiting through several mechanisms. As the tumor grows, it may press against the stomach or duodenum, causing partial blockages that hinder food passage and lead to digestive discomfort. Furthermore, the cancer can disrupt normal pancreatic functions, resulting in poor digestion and nutrient absorption, which may contribute to gastrointestinal symptoms. Moreover, pancreatic cancer can cause delayed gastric emptying, leading to a sensation of fullness, nausea, and vomiting. A study published in the Clinical Gastroenterology and Hepatology Journal in 2005 examined the prevalence of symptoms in pancreatic cancer patients. The researchers conducted a population-based case control study, comparing 538 pancreatic cancer patients with 1,700 control participants. They found that nausea and vomiting were reported by patients but not by control participants, and these symptoms were always accompanied by at least 2 other common symptoms of pancreatic cancer, such as abdominal pain or weight loss. While occasional nausea and vomiting can occur for various reasons, persistent or worsening symptoms, especially when combined with other signs like unexplained weight loss, jaundice, or abdominal pain, should prompt medical evaluation. Early detection of pancreatic cancer is crucial, as it often remains asymptomatic until advanced stages. Therefore, paying attention to these symptoms and seeking timely medical advice can be vital. Number 5. Loss of appetite. Pancreatic cancer often leads to a significant loss of appetite, primarily due to the body's release of certain proteins that meddle with hunger signals. One such protein, growth differentiation factor 15, has been dubbed the misery hormone for its knack of making food seem unappealing. Growth differentiation factor 15 binds to receptors in the brain, effectively flipping the off switch on appetite. A study published in Nature Communications in April 2021 delved into this phenomenon. Researchers observed that mice with pancreatic cancer had elevated levels of lipocalin-2, another protein linked to appetite suppression. When lipocalin-2 was introduced to healthy mice, Their food intake dropped by a whopping 50%, mirroring the anorexia seen in cancer-afflicted mice. So, if someone with pancreatic cancer starts losing their appetite, it's not just a minor side effect, it's a red flag. A persistent lack of interest in food can lead to rapid weight loss and malnutrition, complicating treatment and recovery. If you or a loved one notice such changes, it's crucial to consult a healthcare professional promptly. Before we continue, if you have been enjoying the video so far, hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you don't miss more videos like this. Number 6. New-onset diabetes. Pancreatic cancer can play a sneaky trick on your body, turning it into a diabetes machine before you even realize what's happening. The pancreas is the VIP of your digestive system, producing insulin to regulate blood sugar. But when a tumor grows in the pancreas, it disrupts this delicate process. Tumors can destroy insulin-producing beta cells, causing insulin levels to drop. On top of that, they release inflammatory molecules like cytokines, which mess with glucose metabolism and increase insulin resistance. It's like a double whammy. Your body isn't making enough insulin, and it's not using it properly either. A study published in the Journal of the National Cancer Institute in 2018 shed light on this connection. Researchers at the Mayo Clinic tracked 500 patients with new-onset diabetes who later developed pancreatic cancer. Their findings? 85% of these patients showed elevated levels of a tumor biomarker called CA19-9, suggesting their diabetes was linked to early cancer development. To zero in on the relationship, they analyzed pancreatic tissue from another group and found that tumors altered the microenvironment, directly damaging beta cells. Here's the jaw-dropping part. About 40% of pancreatic cancer patients develop diabetes before their diagnosis, and the onset of diabetes can occur 6 months to 3 years prior to detecting the tumor. That makes new-onset diabetes in adults over 50, especially without traditional risk factors like obesity, an alarming sign you just can't ignore. While not every case new-onset diabetes points to cancer, studies like this emphasize the importance of further investigation, particularly when paired with other symptoms. So, if you notice unexpected blood sugar changes, don't brush it off. It could be your body's way of sending an urgent memo. Number 7. Fatigue. Fatigue in pancreatic cancer isn't your typical, I stayed up too late kind of tired. It's a relentless, soul-draining exhaustion with a serious biological backstory. The pancreas, when plagued by cancer, disrupts the body's energy economy in multiple ways. First, as cancer cells grow uncontrollably, they hijack nutrients, leaving your body starved of essential resources. At the same time, the inflammation triggered by the immune system to fight the cancer releases cytokines, those pesky little proteins that mess with energy metabolism and worsen fatigue. Add to this the anemia that often develops due to chronic inflammation or treatment-related effects like chemotherapy, and it's a triple punch. But hold on, there's more. Pancreatic cancer can interfere with digestion, especially the digestion of fats, meaning your body isn't absorbing all the calories and nutrients it needs, further fueling exhaustion. A groundbreaking 2019 study published in The Lancet Oncology delved into this fatigue conundrum. Researchers analyzed 450 pancreatic cancer patients, assessing fatigue levels and correlating them with disease stages and systemic markers. They found that 72% of patients reported moderate to severe fatigue, with those in advanced stages experiencing the worst symptoms. The study also measured inflammatory markers like interleukin-6 and found a 45% increase in these markers among the most fatigued patients, linking inflammation to energy disruption. The team conducted through questionnaires, blood tests, and even muscle biopsies to understand the full scope. So, how much fatigue is alarming? Well, if you're feeling persistently exhausted despite rest, and it's affecting your daily life, especially alongside other symptoms like weight loss or abdominal pain, it's time to raise the red flag. While some tiredness can be chalked up to a busy life, this level of fatigue is your body's way of yelling, something's wrong. Pay attention to it, it could save your life. Number 8. Changes in stool. Pancreatic cancer can lead to steatorrhea by disrupting the pancreas's enzyme production. Steatorrhea refers to uninvited greasy, pale stools. When tumors interfere with the pancreas's ability to secrete digestive enzymes, fats from our diet aren't properly broken down. This undigested fat then makes a swift exit, resulting in stools that are oily, floaty, and, let's be honest, not the most pleasant smelling. A study published in the World Journal of Gastroenterology in 2013 delved into this phenomenon. Researchers found that exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, a condition where the pancreas doesn't produce enough digestive enzymes, was prevalent in pancreatic cancer patients. They observed that administering pancreatic enzyme replacement therapy effectively reduced steatorrhea, improved nutrient absorption, and enhanced patients' quality of life. So, if you notice your stools becoming persistently greasy or pale, it's more than just a quirky bodily function. While occasional changes might not be alarming, consistent steatorrhea warrants a chat with your healthcare provider. Number 9. Back pain. Pancreatic cancer causing back pain is a fascinating yet alarming phenomenon that's often underestimated. The pain usually arises due to the tumor pressing on nearby nerves, tissues, or organs. Pancreatic cancer often develops in the tail or body of the pancreas, which is located near the spine, and as it grows, it can start to put pressure on the surrounding nerves, including the sciatic nerve. This pressure causes pain that can feel deep, persistent, and sometimes radiates to the lower back or even down the legs. What makes it tricky is that this type of back pain isn't necessarily associated with any obvious injury or movement, so it can be mistaken for common back issues like muscle strain. A study published in the Lancet Oncology in 2019 shed light on this connection. Researchers examined 315 pancreatic cancer patients, tracking their symptoms and diagnostic processes. They found that back pain was reported in about 40 to 50% of patients at the time of diagnosis. The study revealed that in most cases, back pain was one of the first symptoms, occurring months before other typical signs like jaundice or abdominal discomfort. This means, surprisingly, back pain can actually be an early warning sign of pancreatic cancer, making it a crucial symptom to monitor. What was especially alarming in the study was that patients who reported back pain along with unexplained weight loss or jaundice were far more likely to have advanced stage pancreatic cancer. So, if you're experiencing unexplained, persistent back pain, especially combined with other subtle symptoms, seek help from your doctor. Number 10. Itchy skin. Itchy skin, or pruritus, is one of the lesser known, but significant, signs of pancreatic cancer, and it can be alarming for many reasons. The main culprit behind this symptom is a buildup of bile in the bloodstream, known as cholestasis, which occurs when the pancreatic tumor blocks the bile duct. The bile, which normally helps in the digestion of fats, starts to accumulate in the liver and spills over into the bloodstream. This excess bile causes irritation in the skin, leading to that maddening itch. Now, this may sound a bit alarming, but here's the thing: research backs this up. A study published in the Journal of Clinical Gastroenterology in 2016 looked at the relationship between skin itching and pancreatic cancer. The researchers found that about 25 to 30% of patients with pancreatic cancer experienced significant pruritus. The study involved 152 pancreatic cancer patients, and 40 of them reported itchy skin, mostly in the late stages of their disease. What's even more interesting is that this symptom was often linked with jaundice, the yellowing of the skin and eyes, which is another red flag in pancreatic cancer. The itching was usually more intense in patients with larger tumors that were blocking bile flow. The research concluded that the presence of pruritus in these cases was a warning sign that the disease had progressed, making early diagnosis a bit trickier. So, if you're feeling itchy for no apparent reason, especially if paired with jaundice, it could be your body trying to tell you something that deserves immediate medical attention. So these were the top 10 shocking signs of pancreatic cancer. Now, we want to hear from you. Which of these symptoms surprised you the most? Do you recognize any of them in yourself or someone you know? Share with us your experiences and opinions in the comments below. We love to hear them. Thanks for watching.